Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to the first episode of Panaman John, the Terrible Cook. Today we are going to be cooking a pasta. I'm going to be going over some steps, how I make pasta. It's not any specific recipe. Alright guys, let's check out my ingredients here. Definitely need some olive oil. I use onions. Depending on if you like spicy or not, I enjoy garlic salt because I don't have garlic. Usually I would add fresh garlic. A box of the pasta of your choice. I really enjoy the medium shells. And this is one of my favorite sauces. No, I'm not sponsored by them. I just really enjoy this sauce. Right now, the first thing I like to do is season and saute the meat. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the garlic salt to the meat. I actually add the flavoring to the meat, and what I'm going to do is go ahead and add a good amount. I eyeball it. You guys eyeball it. This is a thick piece of ground. Oh, I dropped it. Don't do that. That's I'm also going to start off the onions. So I got to chop. I have half an onion here, and the reason that I'm not so worried about like seasoning and stuff is because just the fact that the sauce is already pre-seasoned. I'm not making my sauce from scratch. I'm not that cool. I'm going to take that piece off, and then what I'll do is, even for the chopping of my onion, I'm not really chopping it finely because what's going to end up happening is that it's all going to break down when I simmer the sauce with the meat. So that is why I don't worry too much. I like onion a lot too, so thick slices don't bother me. Drop a little oil in the pan, and then I'm going to go let that heat up a little bit. While this is heating up, I'm going to grab some water. Sea salt in here, and that's just to give the pasta some flavor. Now we just wait for that to boil. This is on high heat, so we're gonna wait for this oil to get nice and warm, and then I'm just gonna come bring my onions in. And at this time is when I'm going to add the black pepper. Now, some people take out the center of the onion. I really don't. I don't do. Like I said, I love onion. Doesn't bother me. Here's the deal. In this pan, I'm going to grab my black pepper. And if you have fresh cracked black pepper, that is way better. But I'm using what I got. We're in quarantine time. Can't be picky. So I'm just going to let this. Notice that it starts getting really glossy. I love that. If you're thinking, oh man, he used a lot of pepper, I did because you're putting the meat in here too, and you're going to be adding that sauce. And honestly, if you don't like the bolognese sauce, you can use whatever you want. I probably pronounced that wrong. It is what it is. And one thing that I add, because my wife and I love spicy food, Gina's behind the camera, she's my camera person today, is cayenne pepper. And I am not shy with cayenne pepper. I add a healthy dosage of cayenne pepper. Now we're going to drop our meat in there, and we want to cook this until it's brown. And just get it all in there. And this is a quick, easy recipe. I mean, this is not going to be a long process, especially if you have everything out and ready to go. You can see that evaporation of the... And I did not have ground beef, so I'm using bison meat. And that's because everybody took the ground beef. So I bought what I could, but I don't mind it with the sauces, with the seasoning. I think it tastes great. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm working with what I got. Once it all gets nice and brown, I'll go ahead and I'll add the sauce. And then I'll put this into a simmer. And while this has all been happening, if you look over at the water, it's going to starting to boil, which is what we wanted. That was our goal. And you don't have to use the entire box, but I like using the entire box. And I'm pretty sure the term is al dente, which is when the pasta is not too soft, but it's soft enough to bite. Yep, that's the way I like my pasta too. I think that's the best way, because then when you add these sauces and the meat, you are good to go. Our meat is cooking, and at this point the majority of the meat is brown. You don't want to add your sauce, in my opinion, until the meat is completely browned. Look at that. That looks delightful. And I love this thick red sauce. I love the flavor that it brings to the table. Once we've got our water, and it recommends 4 to 6 quarts. Think about some that boils out. I put about 4 quarts in there of water on the box. When in doubt, read the box. They come with instructions usually. And sometimes you get interesting recipes out of them. They're not always the best, but they do have recipes sometimes. I like to also spot touch and spot clean my area as I work sometimes. Gina's giving me the look. It can be a little messy cooking, but when you cook, you always gotta remember there's a part where you have to clean. It's my least favorite part, which I think everybody's is. Unless you love cleaning. In which case, I invite you to come over and eat anytime you want. Well, not in these trying times, but hopefully in the future. All right, here we go. We're starting to get to the point that I was waiting for, the boiling point. But look at that beaut. Give it a little stir, and that's just so that they all get doused in the salt water. And we will put the 8-minute timer on, but I'm not going to sit you through that. The pasta is ready, al dente. I tried it. Tastes delicious. Always try the sauce. I tried the sauce. The sauce tastes delicious. I'm going to show you another little trick. Now what we're going to do is I've turned off both stoves. We're going to head over to the sink. Do not try this without adult supervision for my younger viewers, because it is burning hot. And what I'll do is oh, that was a mistake, because that is burning hot. Now we've got our meat sauce in the pot, and this has been cooking, so you can see the smoke coming off of it. We've turned off this timer, and now we're going to get our pasta that we strained, and it's okay if there's a little bit of that salt water in there. That gives it bomb flavor. That's why I add salt to the water. And sometimes if I want it a little bit more saucy, at this point, I add another half jar. So I'm going to do half of this jar. About half. I'm going to let it till it starts thickening up a little bit. And then we're going to plate it and we're going to have a go. We're going to try it. If you have Parmesan cheese, fresh Parmesan cheese obviously is way better. I don't got that fresh stuff. We got Kraft, but it works. You know, as long as it tastes good, it tastes good. And now it's my favorite time. It's time to taste what we've created. Grab a nice hearty scoop. I think I'm going to do 2 scoops. I would also, if I had it with me, but I don't have any, I would add crushed bell pepper. I'm going to do that, tease that little Parmesan in, and let's enjoy. So it's going to be hot, so you want to be careful. You can see the steam still coming off of there. Let me tell you how it tastes. Hold on, I didn't really get a flavor profile on that one. Oh my god. Delicious. I love it. Hopefully you guys will be willing to try it out. If you do, let me know how it goes. Let me know your twist on it. Thank you guys for tuning in to the first episode. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Subscribe, like, just helps my channel out. It inspires me to keep on putting out content. Stay safe. Have a great one, guys. I gotta finish this pasta.